One of Formula One's greatest stages is set, because this year we have brought you many elements of this remarkable sport. The record books being rewritten by Red Bull, old masters returning to form, and lots of supreme driving skill. We have brought you many a Grand Prix in 2023, but finally, today, it's time to bring you a race. Good evening and welcome to the Singapore Grand Prix. It is wide open at Marina Bay, and you can make a case for 4 teams taking the checkered flag in 2 hours' time. This is the new layout here, 5 kilometers, just under 3 miles exactly, and 19 turns now for the drivers to negotiate, with the 3 DRS zones for them to work their way through, including crossing a century-old bridge. That's the old version that went to the marina in front of the massive grandstand. They now go straight on. We've seen plenty of action here through the years. This is Nico Rosberg trying to get to the inside of Sergio Perez, sending the driver who starts 13th today off the road as a result. Turn 7, Verstappen trying to get past Norris, low grip and on dry tyres, flat spotted for both. Max Verstappen has never won the Singapore Grand Prix. And turn 14, Robert Kubica versus Nico Hülkenberg. That is a late send. What a great move by the Polish driver back in 2010. The tyres for this important Grand Prix, the C5, the C4 and the C3 tyre available. The soft, the medium and the hard. It's about making them last. We're expecting a one-stop strategy for the majority in the field today. We take you to pictures of a place that we always enjoy racing at, and it is going to be some contest. Here is the starting grid from back to front, with Zhou Guanyu starting from the pit lane, having broken Parc Fermé conditions. Then it's Logan Sargent, the American driver, is 18th. Oscar Piastri in the old spec McLaren goes from 17th on the grid. Then it's Valtteri Bottas in 16th. Yuki Tsunoda was fast enough for the top 10, but had no time in that part of qualifying, so he's 15th. And it's Alex Albon in 14th. Sergio Perez, one of 2 Red Bulls who didn't make it into the third part of qualifying for the first time on merit since 2008. Pierre Gasly is between them. Max Verstappen 11th, the biggest shock of the season so far. Liam Lawson making the top 10 in only his 3rd Formula 1 qualifying session. Nico Hülkenberg puts 1 Haas in there. Then it's Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon. And Kevin Magnussen makes it 2 Haases in the top 10 for the first time since Austria last year. That is Lewis Hamilton's lowest starting position at this race since 2017. Then it's Lando Norris, who finished 4th here last year, going from P4. He's next to Charles Leclerc, who's 3rd for the 2nd race in a row on the grid. George Russell returns to the front row. And the Singapore Grand Prix is go! Charles Leclerc is trying to take 2nd place, and Lewis Hamilton is all over the road. He had got past Lando Norris, but he rejoins. It's a Ferrari 1-2 at Marina Bay. They've swapped back the Mercedes. George Russell's gone through, and that is the contact that has cost the AlphaTauri there. And we did see Yuki Tsunoda a few moments later become our first retirement from the Grand Prix. Logan Sargent off the road, and the American driver, who is fighting for a contract next year, hits the wall. Into the pits we come. This is a moment that could change the race. And is there a opportunity? First of all, in comes Carlos Sainz. Was the 2nd Ferrari in as well in the background? Yes, it
Driving
was.
slowly. Yeah, you can see he hung back there, forcing the Mercedes.
It's Alonso coming into the pits.
Look at the damage. Has he got some damage?
He's gone over. This is Charles Leclerc's slow stop for Ferrari.
What happened there?
We had to hold you for traffic.
Yeah, Hamilton crawled into his box because he couldn't get in, because Russell was there.
Brilliant pictures of 2 overtakes at the same time. Russell gets past Verstappen, and also going through is Lando Norris. Lewis Hamilton was very close to Perez. There is Lando Norris taking the position away from Max Verstappen and improving to the podium place.
Comes on Verstappen puts up no defence. He has resigned himself.
Through goes Lewis Hamilton. Fernando Alonso to the inside of Sergio Perez. 3 into 1 corner, and somehow they're in the same order that they left. Oh no, they're not. Great drive will go unrewarded for Esteban Ocon, who is pulling off some fine moves there, and he will park up. He's out.
No!
He hit the curb coming out of the last corner, and then it's like he's in 6th gear, but he's not driving. So is that clutch?
And the Mercedes drivers have elected to give up track position at a street circuit and to make moves to try and fight for victory in Singapore. Late send from the world champion, and Max Verstappen fights his way back to the points. And George Russell is close now. He's got an opportunity. This is his first real run on the Ferrari driver ahead. And Lewis Hamilton is the second Mercedes on the charge. Lewis Hamilton fights away by. And
Lando 0.8 behind, 0.8 with DRS. Russell no DRS.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Copy that.
George Russell was able to set up the move before. He's really close this time, but now there's an opportunity to stand on the power. The two British drivers go wheel to wheel. Russell knows he needs to try and make the place right now. Hamilton was giving his teammate the hurry up, but Sainz's tactical awareness may well have won him this Grand Prix.
Lando's still pushing for the win. Russell's off.
George Russell into the wall and out of the race. The British driver who was charging for victory is out on the last lap.
You see Norris there with the right rear and Russell with the right front. He did take out quite a bite of that wall with the right rear. Opens up that corner.
Heading to this man instead. Formula One at its absolute finest. Carlos Sainz, tactical brilliance. Carlos Sainz, the winner of the Singapore Grand Prix. Ferrari's first victory since Austria last year. Red Bull's perfect season ends at Grand Prix 15. Their phenomenal winning run is over, ended by Ferrari's Carlos Sainz. Lando Norris matches his personal best in Formula One with second, and Lewis Hamilton at charging third for his 196th podium.